guys, welcome to my channel. So this is going to be a reading for the sign of Pisces. Pisces, my readings are timeless, so when you see them is when you're meant to hear them. Please don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. Also, please don't forget to hit the post notification bell so you can get alerts when my videos are posted. Pisces, if you wish to donate towards my channel, all the links are in the description box down below. So let's get into your reading. Hold on 1 minute. Okay, so first and foremost, let's do this. I would like to thank Billion for the blessing from yesterday. And also, I would like to thank Jenny Stern. I would like to say thank you for the blessing that you gave me yesterday. Okay, Pisces, let's get into your reading. Alright. I don't know what's happening here, but let's figure it out. Alright, we got lightning. We got not today. We got the dragonfly. We got soulmates. We got a love call. We got the runner. Talking and love, okay? So we got lightning, a sudden change, shocking news, a surprise, an epiphany, an upheaval, a transformation. We got not today. Hold on. Let me give y'all the message. So somebody's being exposed for being a money-hungry thief. Something that somebody tried to do to you is now happening to them. Somebody's friends and family are seeing them for who they are. They're being exposed for lying and basically, like I said, being a money-hungry thief. So whatever it was they said that you did, people are realizing that they did. And so now the person is basically being cast out from their friends and family, and everybody's looking at them like a liar, okay? So that was the message that I got. So somebody's being exposed for stealing from their family. Not only did they steal from you, but they also are stealing now from their own family. So, and having issues and a bunch of other mess. Because I'm hearing somebody has to go to court or somebody been to court. Either way, a person is having lots of sleepless nights because they're worried about the karma that they are receiving at this point in time. Not realizing that it pertains to a lot of the stuff that they did that they haven't atoned for yet, okay? All right, so we have butterflies and gloom. After sadness, happiness and hope returns. So you may have gone through a period of sadness, Pisces, but happiness returns, all right? So this too shall pass, one of those types of situations. And you might already be in the area where it's already passing, okay? It's already done, it's already over with. But if you're still going through this phase, waiting for justice to come, it's already happening right now because the person is being exposed for exactly what and who they are. Then this card right here, a loyal guardian, a magical protector is there for you. So people don't realize how divinely covered, divinely blessed, divinely protected you actually really are. And even though they have been, or they thought they were allowed to do certain things to you, and it may have felt like to you that they have even been allowed to do certain things to you, they're totally not getting away with it, okay? Point blank, period. So some of the energy that was being sent to you, here go our little witchy sisters again, okay? So guardians and protectors being here. So not today. Somebody's not dealing with a situation. Somebody's still hurt. Somebody's trying to avoid a conversation, a call, a person. Boundaries are there and somebody's still angry. So somebody's still upset about a situation pertaining to you, or you could be upset about a situation pertaining to somebody else. And if it's you, Pisces, I'm just going to say let go and let God, because I understand stuff happens, but over here we're going to try to get you on a more positive note to get your frequency high so you can be vibing high, so these people become a non-fucking factor in your life, okay? So if in fact that it is you, it's okay for you to have those emotions. It's also okay for you to feel it, and it's okay. It's okay. Don't let it linger too long. So if you need to talk about it with somebody, I ain't a licensed therapist or any of that, but if you need to talk about it with somebody, you should do that. Somebody that's close to you, somebody that's close enough that you trust, or get a therapist, point blank, period. Because at this point, it's okay for you to have the feelings, the emotions, everything that you have, but don't stay there, don't dwell there, because we got stuff to do. We got purpose out here, okay? So we have the dragonfly here, being lighthearted, finding out, things coming to light, adapt and change. So whenever you get the information, or when you got the information, it's like, okay, processing it, dealing with the stuff, and then letting go, like I said, letting go and let God, and then moving on to the healing phase. So you don't want anything pertaining to somebody else to stop your growth. And one thing that I have learned, and what gets me through stuff a whole lot faster, is everything is a learning process. So no matter what happens, you can love somebody, and I love the people that I love extremely hard, but when stuff just don't work out, I automatically feel like, okay, God, what was the lesson that I learned there? And that's just the way I live my life, because at the end of the day, life is long but it's short. So don't you want to go into the next phase, or the next adventure, or the next love, or the next just whatever it is? So that's what I always look forward to, because I want to have as many experiences as I can here, and I'm not going to let nobody stop me from that. So at this point, yeah, it hurt. Yeah, I feel some type of way. And sometimes you might relapse into, like, okay, you think about it. And most of the time that's a projection from them people, because they be, missing you. But it's okay for you to miss a person too. And it's okay for you to say that you miss a person. But just knowing that that situation didn't serve you, and there are better days ahead. All right, so you have soulmates here. Those are people that come into your life to make it better. We have soul connections, partnerships, agreements, and soul contracts. Soulmates, to me, like when people say, karmic situations, or most of the time, karmics don't turn into karmics until they turn into karmics. It's like you do until you don't, or you did until you didn't. So there's always still some type of good that you saw even in that situation. But this don't got nothing to do with that. I'm just saying that from the past part, healing. There's a new soul connection happening, a new partnership, a new agreement, a new soul contract. So once whatever the situation you were in before ended, heaven went into activation for you. And so, because even in the Bible it says men should not be left alone. Like, that's not the way we're designed. So even though we go in solitude because we have to do some introspection and, figure out who we are, what we need to be, and, learn to create our boundaries and all of that. After that time, when you come out of that, you're bigger, you're better, and now you're able to love more efficiently, and more effectively, including yourself. It's like not giving everything to everybody, but also still giving to yourself in a process. So you have a new soulmate connection, a new soulmate contract and agreement coming, if you have not already received it yet. And it's up to you, so you can say yes or no. But be careful what you ask for or what you don't ask for, because we have to remember that words have power. Words are spells. So when you say certain things, you have to remember that the universe is listening. So don't say that you don't want something if you actually do want something. And also, maybe you shouldn't speak too fast. So maybe you should give yourself time to figure out where you're going to be later, because what you might want now, you might not want later. And you don't want to invite any mess into your life inadvertently, because of the fact that you were speaking from a place of hurt and sadness, okay? So we have a love call here. Someone expressing love, a message of love, somebody thinking of you, and somebody letting you know. So you're on somebody's mind, possibly your soulmate. So y'all could be feeling each other. And also, for some reason, I'm getting this love call might not just be via phone. It might be via music, via just you knowing, like telepathic message. This person sending you love energy, or, you know, just a vibe or a frequency. It's a feeling that you have all around you, and that's letting you know that, okay, this person is, you know, because you might not have met this person yet. For me, I haven't met my person yet, but I feel like I can totally feel them. And so that makes me automatically know that the person is probably a whole lot closer to me than I even know, but also I feel like they watch my channel. So, hi. Either way, the energy of just a love vibe and, you know, things just being a little bit different at some point in time. All right, so also we have, and when I say different, I mean different from the love that you had previously. Like, I don't know if y'all have kids. Like, okay, so people that have kids know that they love their kids. But then it's like when you get grandkids, it's a different type of love than you have for your kids. And you don't think that you can love any different, but it's a different type of love. So it's like, although you loved before, this is about to be a different type of love. Something that you didn't think that, even when you thought you loved that other person, it's different, okay? So it happens, all right? Because like I said, once I became a mother, I love my kids. I don't play about my kids, even to this day. But them grandkids is different. So, and my kids even say the same thing, like, how you doing this? And, you know, mind your business, worry about yourself. Talk to your mom about it. I tell them the same thing. Worry about yourself. Talk to your mom. So the runner in a codependent relationship, fear of intimacy and listening to the ego. So somebody running away from a relationship, but that's also giving me somebody that is not really truly working on themselves. Because if you running from some stuff, why? Because you're not mature enough to deal with it. So that's giving very much immature vibes. So you got somebody that's in your energy that's very much immature, and it's funny that it's under not today. So not today because they don't want to deal with it, and they're running because they don't want to deal with it. That's what people do when they're not mature enough to handle it. That's also what people do when they know they're guilty of a situation and they don't want to face you. So that could potentially be a thing, and that may be the reason why somebody would be running. But if I was you, I wouldn't care. Like, move on to the next situation, to the next phase. Let it go. Go with God. Call it a day. All right? Let them go with God. Let them run straight to God, okay? Either way, you shouldn't be worried about it. Because why? You can't change somebody else's opinion, and you can't tell people what to do. You can't teach people morals and values. They have to learn them for themselves. You can, and I mean, as far as like, they have to want to accept it for themselves. So yes, you can show them, but you can, it's the thing, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make them drink. So you can show them everything under the sun, but they have to apply it themselves. So we have talking here, interested, conversing more, awaiting a message arrives, email, and hovering. So some of you may have already encountered somebody that you're interested in, or somebody that you want, you know, the next phase with, or something of that nature. Again, I'm gonna just start expressing like red flags. Y'all can do what y'all want, but there's a lot of things that I'm just no longer tolerating, because at the end of the day, when a person really wants to be around you or be with you, you don't have to wait for nothing. They just show up. They do the things that they're supposed to do. When people are not doing the things that they are supposed to do, that's because they don't want to. So again, it's like dealing with a person where they are. Not dating potential, not marrying potential, because you're going to get yourself hurt. If the person is going to be exactly the person that they are right here, right now, for the rest of their life, would you still want to date that person? That's what you have to ask yourself. So If a person is making you wait or don't think that person will change, if they do, great. But if they don't, that's what you already bargained for. And so if you're a person who knows that your love language is you need somebody to be around, affirmations, you need somebody to show you, you need somebody to tell you, don't go aligning yourself with somebody who is not that. Let somebody else do it. Get somebody else to do it. And you go and be with who is in alignment with you. Like, I'm probably going to be very much difficult to date because of the fact that I'm not doing it. Get somebody else to do it, and that's it. That's all. And I don't care because I'm okay with being by myself. But don't get it messed up. I do want to be with somebody, so I'm asking God to send me my perfect person, somebody that was designed to be my perfect person. So then it's not like I'm going to have to tell him, get somebody else to do it. I'm going to want to do it. I'm going to eagerly want to do it. The same way as they're going to want to eagerly do the things that I like and the things that I want to do. And if there's an issue, there's a compromise, and it's okay because it's like we both are willing to give because we just love each other so much. But on another note, it's some people and some things that I'm just not willing to compromise with. Get somebody else to do it. I'm okay with you getting somebody else to do it because I don't care. Okay? Period. So autumn is my last chance. Please don't lose hope. So somebody... somebody don't want you to lose hope. Somebody is still hoping, praying, and wishing and dreaming that you give them a shot and a chance. I don't know who this is because this person don't feel like that person. So you got another energy lingering around that is kind of late for the bus. So maybe this is somebody who's tied to somebody else, or they're tied to something or a situation that is taking them a minute to get out of, but autumn is their last chance. Autumn is coming up soon. So if you want to wait for that person because you like that person or you love that person or you feel that person, then that's cool. But it's also not cool if somebody wants to make you wait because why I gotta wait for you? Why? Because you're doing some stuff that basically... Because to me, it's almost like somebody putting you on a shelf and you hold on until I get done doing what I'm doing. Why? If you really wanted to be here, then you would be here. That's what I would feel from a person. So if you want to wait, then that's cool. I mean, maybe you're doing something that you need somebody to wait for as well. Because, like for me, I'm not expecting nobody to wait for me because if there is a love that I'm supposed to have or something, and I'm not divorced until November. So in November, I will be fully free to go and live my life, marry somebody else, engage with somebody else, do anything I want to do. But if there's somebody that's already free and they waiting, I mean, I'm definitely going to be worth the wait. But I'm not going to ask nobody to wait for me. Why? Because what if they ready right now? What if they just been waiting for this whole entire time, a whole 2 years? And I mean, it just depends on the person. So if it's an experience that you wish to have, then of course, wait for it. Good things come to those who wait. So don't get it fucked up. But also, in the process, if it's because, so for me, my issue is I'm waiting for that. And that's it. That's all. But if it's because a person is just still engaging and being flighty and some other stuff. So also it depends on why you're waiting. So to me, it's like, it depends on the circumstances. So if I was just out here running, you know, this, that, and the third, and yada, 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 I wouldn't expect nobody to wait for me. But if it's because of some underlying spell casting and some foolishness and somebody trying to hold on to a situation that is just ridiculous, and then I would get it. So again, that I'm going to just give you that. We have the Witchy Sisters here, the Power of 3. The Power of 3 will set you free. And then I said that in the last reading, and then it made me think the show is called Charmed. And for those of you that don't know, I listen to the, like, once I'm done and I upload the reading, once it goes up, I listen to it as well. So, like, when people are saying, you know, there's no audio and this, that, or third, I can tell you that there's audio because I'm listening to it. So most of the time I message them back and, like, yeah, that's somebody trying to stop your message from coming through. So listen to it because the audio's there. But anyway, that wasn't the point. The point was, after, when I'm listening to the reading, because my brain be so jumbled up during the time when I'm actually doing the reading, because it be thoughts all over the place, here, there, you know, left, right, all types of other stuff. And as I'm listening to it, then I can tell, you know, the parts that I missed, or the parts that I couldn't think about when it was happening. So with this card, that's what the show was called. It was Alyssa Milano and 2 other girls. I don't know their names. I do, but I don't right now. But anyway, the show was called Charmed. So, which made me think something about the future, because somebody wants to know something about the future. So somebody's trying to scry and get information that's none of their business. Secondly, the other thing, charmed, you leading a charmed life. Like, so it's like you are totally blessed. Your energy is just blessed. Then I keep, and I've done this several times, because the deity that I was talking about was called Baron Samedi. That's his name. And so I put that in the chat part area of, my body is lit up right now. So I put that in the comment section of the last reading. All right, so what I noticed is that I keep saying, and I don't know where I'm getting this from, because even as I was listening to the reading, I also knew the X-Men, Professor Xavier. So, and then y'all commented, so that was good. So they did put the name there, but as I was listening to it, I knew what it was right away. But I keep saying, in the last couple of readings, I keep saying something starts with an S. So I don't know what that is or who that is, but it's giving me like a code. So something starts with an S. Somebody's name starts with an S, because I done said it for several different people, but none of those people's names start with an S. So I don't know if that is something that y'all would, you know, or if that's a hint to someone, because literally I've said it several times. And today it dawned on me, like, why do you keep saying that? Today's the first day I actually caught it. But I've said that several times to several different people, because I couldn't remember the names of the people during the reading, and I keep saying it starts with an S. So there's somebody around you whose name or initial starts with an S. That is either scrying into your life, because 3 witchy sisters, that's where it made me think that. Or this person is connected to part of the issue that you're having when it comes to this other person. So that person's name or the person that they're connected to could be, you know, start off with an S, or somebody, their mother, or, you know, somebody around. I don't know, but I keep saying that. So I'm going to make note that that must be significant or important. All right. And I don't know why I want to say Sam. So I don't know if that was, Sam was the white lighter, I think, on Charmed. See what I'm saying? I don't know. But the person, no, his name was Leo. You see what I'm saying? So somebody's name could be Sam, or Sarah, or Sean, or Sammy. Then there's a Shay, Shane, Sue, short for Suzanne, or Susie. And I don't know why, but I hear Shein, so like maybe somebody shops at Shein, but somebody's name starts with an S. Or a sister. So that could also be the thing. 3 witchy sisters, and I keep saying S. Either way, I don't know, but that's important, because literally I done said it several times. Then here we have Heart with a Key. All right, so okay, so why is this giving me, it says welcome in love, but I keep wanting to say wanting love, like, because I'm looking at the word like that's, but somebody's wanting love. So maybe somebody wanting your love. I don't know. Name might start with an S also. Meeting the one, opening your heart, getting together and perfect. So being open to love, okay? So don't let these people jade you, or the situations that you've been through jade you to where you're not accepting love, where you're not trying to be on a love frequency, where you're stagnant and stuck like this hangman right here, which I keep saying let go and let God. And this is the first card that comes out. So letting go and let God. So somebody may be closed off to a new situation, and I don't think that's the right vibe, because love is the highest frequency. So if you're not vibrating even on a love frequency, even for these people who've been hating on you and everything else, you don't gotta like what people do, but God says that you have to love them. You have to love them as people, but you don't have to like what they do. You don't have to let them into your energy. You don't have to let them into your space. You don't have to go nowhere near them. You can love them from a distance, okay? Because that's where I'll be thinking, my frequency is over here, yours is over there. We don't live on the same plane. I still love you. Yes, I do. But you go with God, please. Thank you. All right, so looking at the world from a different perspective. So having a better understanding or a different understanding. So there's a pause, a surrender, letting go, enlightenment, acceptance, deep insight, a sacrifice. So letting something go, letting people go, letting situations go. So you have to make some sort of sacrifice in order to move on into the next phase. I mean, it's understandable. If you want something new, you got to do something different, okay? So change and release. So let go, let God. Figure out what could be holding you stuck, or you know what in your subconscious mind is keeping you to the point where you're feeling like, okay, I don't want to be in love, or I don't want people to be near me, or I don't want, you know, whatever situation it is. But excuse me, it's giving me the vibe that they're saying, I'm sending you something that's going to actually help you heal as well, because healing is going to be a lifelong process. But it's nothing better than being in love with the right person and feeling that, like, everybody knows how it feels when you start off being with somebody and you just looking at them like you just love them so much, and you just always want to be all up underneath of them, sniffing them and everything else. It's a good feeling. It makes your DNA do wonderful things. Like, people don't realize, like, when you're connected to a person and everything is great, it makes you want to look good. It makes you do a lot of different things. It's definitely a healing vibe. So everything that you have ever wanted and everything that you have worked for is coming into fruition. So enjoy it. And lots of celebrations, because I'm getting fun and laughter and marriages and baby showers and just like stuff that gets you out and around people who are happy, or just because it's like, what I see is days in the park or something. So you could be out in the park, but it's like dressy and fancy and stuff like that. Or just walks on the beach and just sitting on a bench, like stuff like that. Having picnics with like people. So like, I don't know if that's like jazz festivals or something that they do, and you know, you just out and enjoying life. Being present is what I'm gathering. So reunions, commitments, domestic happiness, creativity, and freedom. Okay? So life is good. Enjoy every moment of it. So definitely living in the moment and taking your time to have experiences, okay? That's important. So express your creativity with compassion, loving and connection, loving and commitments, loving the emotions. So creativity, romance, charm, and see, there's charm again. Okay, so a charm also is a little like charm bracelets and things of that nature. A little thing that you put on a necklace. also, like, for some reason, it's like giving me a feeling, like a nice feeling. So imagination, beauty, knight in shining armor, following your heart, and proposals. So your knight in shining armor showing up, or your beauty showing up, and it's like life turns into something freaking amazing. It's giving me like happily ever after vibes. Either way, something is being offered to you. So you have a choice on, like I said, to accept it or not, but be mindful that you don't say, again, something that, you know, because some of us are maybe in a cycle where it's like, you know, we tired of dealing with them people or whatever, or the situation. So, because to me, and I've said it several times, the thing that I'm going through with the person I'm going through would probably, if I was a different type of person, it would make me not want to be in a relationship with nobody. But you know what? That situation is definitely making me want to be in a relationship with somebody else even more. The reason being is because the amount of love that I know that I have for that person or had for that person, somebody needs to have that. I need to be able to give that to somebody. Somebody should feel that. And just imagine when you get that right back, like when somebody gives you that same energy back, why would you not want that? I want that. I mean, it's okay that somebody didn't want to give that. Like, somebody don't gotta love you the way you love them, period. That's it. That's all. It's fine. I have a very good understanding of that. But that don't mean that somebody else won't. That's the thing. And so that don't mean that I'm not going to expect that, because I know I'm a good person, and I know that that's what God has in store for me. God don't want me just to be out here all super amazing and whatnot alone. That's stupid. I mean, so I ain't going to ever believe that. How can I celebrate the love that I have in my life? And it's funny because we're talking about love, and then the Lover's card comes out. So there's a choice that you have to make. And like I said, make sure that you're not making it from pain or hurt, or make sure you're making the decision that's going to definitely move you into the next phase, okay? Love, harmony, relationships, unions, partnerships, sexuality, passion, values, alignment, strength of two, deep love, and a choice. And also, as I was reading that, right, it was making me think the same exact thing that I just said. Like, the relationships that we go through sometimes put us in a feeling of, I don't want to be in love with nobody else ever again, this, then a third. But when you are healing and when you are healed, you understand that everybody's an individual. Everybody's different. And just because one person showed up and they did this, don't necessarily mean that the next person is going to show up and they do the exact same thing. If you believe in God and you love God and you have faith, then you know that that was a lesson for you to better be able to deal with the next person that's coming along. So those people who created, you know, negative situations in our life, or, you know, caused some type of stress, there was something in us that we needed to learn in order for us not to be that in the next relationship, because the person that you are designed and you are going to receive is going to be a whole person. They're not going to be a half a person. And sometimes even us being put in those other people's lives, the people who did damage to us, to actually heal them. But God's not going to put us in a situation to heal a person and then we come out destroyed. No, he knows we can handle it. And as a Pisces, God gave us understanding. So we understand how things work, even when we don't even know how. We don't understand why we know, but we understand that we understand. You see what I'm saying? So it's like we can transmute, or we can go through certain situations that other people would die from, and the fact that we encompass every zodiac means that we can almost kind of fit with anybody and it'd be okay. It's like definitely true Empress vibes. You can choose anything you want and it'll work out great. But somebody else has to also want it to work out too. So we as Pisces just have to understand that. What part of us do we need to bring into balance to where we don't attract that thing that's going to be whatever it is that happened in the last relationship? So me, I have an issue with dating potential. So not that any of these people come whole or anything else, and people, you know, that treat me nice. So if you treat me nice, then that's one thing. Well, now you still have to treat me nice. I also know and understand that life is going to be bigger and better, because when I come into contact and connection with somebody, things flourish, things grow. When it doesn't grow, that means the connection is off. You don't need to be. That's automatically a red flag to me. So, you know, I will definitely notice that one thing real quick. Giving yourself your energy, like sexual energy and all that, not doing that, because at the end of the day, that corrupts your mindset when this person has so many other red flags that you see, but if he dick you down right, then you forget everything else because the sex be amazing. Or if she put that thing on you right, then, you know, you forget everything else because she riding you good, or, you know, she throwing them back shots right. So sex corrupts everything. So I don't think that, to me, that's something that you have to put to the side. So that's another thing that I learned, like, and then when stuff is just not right, even the thing that you thought was right will turn out wrong. So it can start off where the sex is amazing, but then you start seeing other red flags, and then all of a sudden you disgusted by the sex, the person, and everything else, but it's too late. You didn't give yourself to this person. So I'm not swapping sexual energy with nobody, because I don't like you that much and I just don't want to do it. So until it's like the energy and the connection is right, I believe in love at first sight. So I also believe that the person that is meant to be sent to me, or me meant to be sent to them, we just gonna know. And then everything's gonna feel right, and everything's just gonna be, because we're gonna flourish and grow together. That's how it works. And nobody can't tell me that that don't exist, because I know it exists. It happens. So you just got to have faith. But anyway, there's a choice and a decision that you have to make pertaining to this situation when it comes to love and when it comes to loving yourself, because definitely you want to make sure that you are making yourself a high priority, because if you don't have, if you're not at 100%, how you gonna give somebody else something? If you keep giving more than you got, that's out of balance. That's not gonna work. So I feel like this reading is so long, and we got the Emperor at the bottom of the deck. I never even noticed that. So we're gonna close it out with him, and that structure, power, rules. I feel like standing in your power, like, this reading is empowering, because it gives me the vibe like you definitely going through some shit, you healing, and you understanding like what you want, how you want it, what you're going to deal with, what you're not going to deal with. It also tells me that you see the people for what they are. Like, a person not dealing with something, they don't want to deal with it, they don't want to deal with you because they're not mature enough to handle the situation. You understand that, okay, well, I can't force a person to do anything, and being okay with that. You just not on my radar, okay? So respect, leadership, stability, structure, rules, and power. Authority, a father figure. Focus on yourself. Protection, focus on your family, your home life. Discipline, very practical, very much in control of your feelings, your emotions. Also, what that gave me, what I was even saying, that was this. The minute you stop even paying this person any attention, for some reason, I'm getting the vibe that this person is going to definitely try to come to you. So if you're dealing with a person right now and that's the behavior that they're displaying, once you cut them off and you start focusing on you yourself, this person going to be banging your door down, because this person is very much childish. And then they're going to be trying to figure out what you're doing. So technically, I think this is also a testament to, you need to be very sure if you want this person, because it's all going to be a game. It's always going to be a game with this person. The minute you cut them off and you go your way, they're going to run your way. But if they are smooth enough to talk you back into the situation, they're going to do the same exact thing again. It's going to be a constant cycle. So I don't know who need to hear that, but that's just the thing that popped in my mind in the process of that. But I feel like there's growth, there's healing. You got three separate energies that seem like is here. One is perfect, a loyal guardian, a magical protector, somebody that's there for you, a soulmate, your new soul contract, the person that is supposed to be there for you. The person that's supposed to, you know, help you heal, help you grow. After sadness, happiness, and hope returns. This puts you in a very charmed life, a very blessed life. And then you got somebody that is wanting to put you on a shelf, and they could be the same person. I don't know, but I'm getting like a separation of energies here. So there you go. Pisces, this is the reading. Hopefully it helps. Thank you guys for coming to my channel. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and go with God.